Hey guys, what's going on? So today I have an album review for another one of the new records I got. So that's At the Gates, Slaughter of the Soul. Excellent melodic death metal album. So yeah, let's get started. Here's the album cover. It's pretty cool. It's like you got like Jesus right there and what looks like a gun or something. And then there's their logo, which is alright. And it says Slaughter of the Soul in that very overused like papyrus kind of font. But then again, this came out in like what 1995, so I don't know. You can't really complain. That wasn't really overused at the time, and nowadays you see that kind of font and everything. There's the back. You got a picture. I couldn't tell what this was at first, but then I realized it's one of the band members playing like guitar or bass or something. And there's the track listing, and then underneath the tracks it says, "We are blind to the world's wilderness, waiting to be born." It's a quote that's the album opens up with like this really weird like computer generated sounding noise. And you hear a computer voice say that, and then the first song starts. And I'll get into that in a second, but putting an inner sleeve, you got the lyrics right here, and a picture of the band, and all the credits, and it's just on black vinyl. But I'll take it out so I can show you guys the labels. They were just like the album cover. So yeah, the production on here is really fucking good. It sounds crystal clear. I was just blasting it a minute ago. It's just a very fun album to listen to. It's a very emotional album. There's a lot of lyrical themes of like suicide and stuff like that on here, which a lot of people don't like this album because it influenced a lot of like metalcore from like the early 2000s and stuff, which is understandable. But at the same time, it's still an amazing album, and it doesn't sound like metalcore that much. The vocals have a lot of hardcore punk kind of influence in them, and the guitarists are amazing and very melodic. Obviously, it's melodic death metal, but it's less flamboyant than the other melodic death metal bands, like Heartwork era Carcass or Children of Bodom or Arch Enemy. I don't know a whole lot of melodic death metal because I'm not crazy into that subgenre, but At the Gates, rather than just sounding like a really brutal power metal band, like a lot of those bands sound like, they're actually sound like just death metal with like really melodic riffs, which I think is really unique. This is probably my favorite melodic death metal album ever. But anyways, the first song on here, Blinded by Fear, is absolutely amazing. Really, really catchy riff, and the chorus is really good. It's just really excellent. So yeah, what's probably the most popular song on this album, Slaughter of the Soul. The title track is really good. One thing I don't like about that song is, this is something that a lot of people like about that song, which is weird, but when he just says "go," and then they start playing that really fast riff, I always thought that was a little bit cringy, but it doesn't kill the song. I never liked that. But again, really catchy riffs, just a really fun song and really good, and very emotional kind of vibe. The third song here, Cold, is probably my favorite song on the whole album, mostly because of the guitar solo. It's amazing. It's like a neoclassical kind of guitar solo. So yeah, I really like that. And it's just really excellent. So yeah, Cold is a really good song. Under a Serpent Sun is really good, and Into the Dead Sky is like instrumental, but it's like really shoegazy, so it's really unique sounding, but it's really cool. And then side B opens up with Suicide Nation, which I like how it opens up with the sound of like a gun loading. Like that's kind of badass in my opinion. But it's a really good song. The second half of the album isn't as good as the first half, but it's still excellent. World of Lies is cool. Unto Others, Nausea is another one of my favorite songs right here. And then Need is good. And then there's The Flames at the End, which is just really weird. It's a really weird way to close with the album. You have like this like orchestral sounding like synthesizer playing. It's really weird because it doesn't match, because it sounds super flamboyant while the rest of the album doesn't really sound like that. So I don't know how that doesn't match very well. But it's still like decent, but I wish they would have closed it with something else. But anyways, I'd give this like an 8 out of 10. It's one of the best metal albums ever made, though. I fucking love it. A lot of people don't like it that much. This review actually turned out really short. If you're into like hardcore punk, you actually might like this because it has a very punky kind of vibe. Really excellent guitar riffs and stuff. That's mostly what makes this album so good, is the guitar riffs. The drumming is on point. The bass lines are cool. I really love the production. Like I said, it's like crystal clear, but it's not overproduced. It's just an excellent album. I also really like the album before this, Terminal Spirit Disease. That one's also almost as good as this one. doesn't make any sense. Also, almost as good as this one. Wait a minute, that one's also really good, but not quite as good as this one. This is their masterpiece, in my opinion. I don't think I've ever seen anyone who said that this isn't their best album. But yeah, I haven't listened to a whole lot of other stuff other than this Intramural Spirit Disease, but I really need to. But this is just excellent. I fucking love it. So yeah, At the Gates with Slaughter of the Soul. Check it out if you haven't. Very classic album. If you're into death metal, you might like it, but it's more melodic and not so much brutal. Like, it's melodic while still being heavy, but it's not terribly heavy. Like, that's not the main point of it. So, like, if you're trying to, like, get something into metal, or like, you're just getting into metal, that's what I mean. This album won't scare you away like a lot of death metal will. But, even if you're already into death metal stuff, you'll still love it. Unless you don't like that kind of thing. You might like it if you're into death metal, but you might not, because you might like it if you're into death metal because it's a melodic death metal album, but you might not like it because if you're into death metal and you don't like the melodic death metal, then you won't like this. But yeah, At the Gates, Slaughter of the Soul. That's it for this video. It's turned out very short, unfortunately, but I can't think of anything else to say. It's just a really great album. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.